What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dash Reacts, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video on the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock slap thing, because Will Smith put out an apology, and let's take a look at it real quick. Will Smith writes, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." And we'll come back to that. "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will." I definitely agree with Will Smith's "I'm a work in progress" line. We all are. Okay? Will Smith definitely made a mistake. So let's start there. He's human just like you or I. So yes, he made a mistake. But let's go back and look at a couple things that I saw. This part stood out to me. So, a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. Now, my question here is, was it too much for you to bear, or too much for her to bear? Because when you go back and look, Will Smith is laughing, right? Just like everybody else is laughing. And it's just like, ha ha ha. It's not even that bad of a joke, to be honest. Like, I just don't see where people are saying, oh, this is so insulting. I didn't see that. And if it was so insulting, why did everybody in the crowd look so shocked when this whole thing happened? Like, everybody, all the people in attendance looked so shocked. And I kind of felt the same way because it just didn't feel warranted. And then I think most people assume that everybody knows that Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia. This is my first time hearing about it. I didn't know anything about her having alopecia until this whole thing happened. Because I don't watch Red Table Talk. And I wonder if the same thing happened to Chris Rock. It's not like I'm sitting there like, oh, Red Table Talk is on, guys. I assumed that she was just shaving her head because she wanted to. Will kind of overreacting. Maybe it's to show some bravado in front of Jada. To go up and slap Chris in the face. But what do you really gain from slapping Chris in the face? Like, how much of a threat is he to you really? Like, it just, I mean, you're physically bigger and stronger. Like, going up and slapping him in the face, like... And then the way you did it, he had his hands in his pockets. I just thought that, nah, nope. Right, and you know who to do that to. The Rock was in attendance at that, at the Oscars. Like, if he had gone on stage and it was a scripted joke, if The Rock was up, Dwayne Johnson was up there telling the same joke and it was scripted, you probably wouldn't have gone up and slapped him in the face, right? It's just, I just don't like the way you did that, man. And that bothered me. Like, Chris's hands in his pockets laughing, and then you just, like, steal on him. And just looking at the comments from my last video, it kind of felt like people either thought that Will Smith was in the wrong, or Chris Rock was in the wrong for making a joke about Jada's alopecia. And some people said, like, both people were wrong. But here's my thing. Even after things have had a chance to kind of settle a little bit, I'm still very much in the opinion that Will Smith was in the wrong. And he says here in his apology, I was out of line and I was wrong. I completely agree with you there, Will. Like, you don't get to walk up and slap somebody because you disagree with the joke. You don't get to do that. And especially in today's climate, it sends a message that it sends a message that it's okay to do stuff like that, and it's not okay to do that. Right? You don't get to assault somebody because you don't like a joke. And when people say, oh, you can't talk about somebody's illness, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like, that's... Are we forgetting what comedy is? Like, people have done that for years, and it's not like this was a crazy over-the-top joke. Right? I've seen comedians joke about everything from people in wheelchairs to AIDS to cancer to rape. The thing is, that's why I react to old comedy on this channel, because This is a big reason why I think comedy's dying in the first place. Is because people get so butthurt. So butthurt over jokes that aren't even that bad. Like, I just don't understand. It just feels like there was a time where you could actually... people understood that comedians were joking. And that's why I go back and watch. And it's because comedians had more freedom to be able to say what they wanted to say. And then people could understand that it was a joke and laugh. Or they'd be like, ooh, and then get past it. One of the first comedians I ever saw to do an AIDS joke was Eddie Murphy back in the 80s when he did Delirious. AIDS is an illness?
Mr. Johnson, you have AIDS. He goes, AIDS?
And even with alopecia, it is fair game. And let's just say, for example, that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett weren't famous, right? And they walk into a comedy club and she, you know, she has alopecia, so she shaves her head or whatever. And, you know, they sit in the front row at a comedy club. A comedian scanning would probably say something about Jada's cut. It would probably just happen. That wouldn't give, like, non-famous Will Smith the right to go up and slap that comedian in the face, right? And my thing is, I went bald in my early 20s and had like a weird hairline even when I did have hair. So I've been catching hair jokes my whole life. Some people are sensitive about their hair. Like me losing my hair in my 20s. Like it's a sensitive subject for me. But you know what? So? It doesn't give me the right to hit somebody for it. And it's not like alopecia hasn't been joked about before. Right? Hair loss happens. Like you haven't seen a sitcom where somebody snatches a wig off an older woman. All right, or back in the day when people used to be like, "Oh, your mama, your daddy,
your mama, your daddy, oh my God, and your bald-headed granny."
Bald-headed granny was probably suffering from alopecia. I mean, and as far as the apology goes, I'm glad that Will Smith apologized to Chris Rock, but I really do hope they had a chance to kind of hash things out man to man, because in my humble opinion, I just think Instagram apologies, social media apologies, they feel empty to me. It's like you do something bad, and it's like, oh, I'll just type up this statement online. But yeah, I hope they had a chance to hash it out, because I think the best time to apologize would have been right there when he was about to get his Oscar. When he was apologizing to the Academy and everybody else, I think he should have apologized to Chris Rock right there, personally. But I think maybe that might have shown like a weak face in front of Jada, potentially, so maybe that's why he didn't do it. But I don't know. That's my take on Will Smith's apology and this whole Chris Rock, Will Smith, Oscar saga. And whether or not you agree with my take, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.